Hey, Professor, got a minute? Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I didn't mean to lose my temper. I was rude to you. I should have known better. Huh, I thought you might say that. In that way, you're just like Captain Gerald. You accept other people. You don't let petty details get under your skin. Well, when I was a kid, I kind of latched onto him. I've been calling myself his apprentice ever since. He spent some time in the village I grew up in. Actually, you weren't with him back then. Why not? Huh. Maybe he left you with a relative or something. Anyway, back then, Gerald's job was to deal with poachers. Well, they were bandits, but we called them poachers. Nobody in the village could stand up to them. But your dad, he took them on like it was nothing. I was so impressed. All I could think was how amazing mercenaries were. I'd lived in that tiny village my whole life, so to me, Captain Gerald was nothing short of a legend. So I went right up to him and I told him I was going to be his apprentice. He didn't stick around long after that, but he did teach me a lot while he was with us. Tactics, strategy, training routines, it was all so new and exciting. So after he left, I kept at it, kept training, just like he taught me. Me too. I always planned to meet him again once I became a top-tier mercenary. But I'm just glad I got to see him, to thank him properly and all. I've spent my whole life working to become a great mercenary like your father. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. I just had to make do. That's how I've made it this far. Just hard work, all on my own. But then you come along. And it's like you don't appreciate Captain Gerald at all, or how lucky you were to have him around your whole life. No, it still really bothers me. You might be his kid, but I'm still his best apprentice. Got it?
Welcome back, one and all, to Fire Emblem Three Houses. I am the Dark Seraph. Last time, Gerald was unfortunately killed by Monica. This time, honestly, I'm just doing some quests, and I'm grinding. Okay, I do have some supports ready. That's interesting. With Ignatz and Raphael. In fact, Ignatz can support with quite a few people is interesting. And Cyril, I saw that. Can Annette support with Cyril out of curiosity? Oh wow, I've got one ready for Claude. That's interesting. I already know he could do Ash. She could do Ash. That was the first one I did with her. It was very sweet. Mercedes. Hanneman, that's interesting. Lindhart. Caspar. No Cyril. I guess I'm just kind of grinding right now. Ones that are just a little behind. And I'm just trying to get you to have more skills. That's what this is amounting to. However, you're lower level than her, so I'm going to switch you out for Flame. And you need to work on your healing anyway. But I'm going to switch Sylvain out for Anna, because I want to try that whole trade secret thing. Plus, it could be good for you to get some levels, too.
Here goes. Super grateful. Aye, aye.
I take it I need to sell that to Anna.
Ready anytime.
Let's take them out.
Appreciate it. My turn. Do try again. This wouldn't...
Ready.
Let us away.
I got this.
If I can be honest, nothing much is actually going to happen in this episode.
Thank you. Ready when you are.
I'm just trying to grind some levels and whatnot. I figured now was a good time to do that.
Sorry, but I've got to run. My life's...
So was that just a retreat out of curiosity? I don't really want to see if that's the case. Get a fresh start here.
Here goes.
Ready anytime.
I'm thinking part 1 they retreat. If I'm gonna test that, I should test that on a unit I don't plan on care too much about or plan on using.
My turn.
And no, that's not Catherine, even though I don't
Let's
typically
take
like
them
her
out.
very much.
Well done. An unfair match. This wouldn't have...
Let us away.
I got this.
And I did look it up. You cannot save Gerald's. Unfortunately.
Ready when you are. Ready.
Stay focused. Much needed.
I wish you could. I wish there was a way. Ah, Jesus.
Sorry.
I'm just doing this again, aren't I? I gotta stop putting you in the front of
My turn.
everything.
Ready.
I should know better than that.
Let us away. Here goes. Aye, aye.
Stay focused.
Here, now you have a bit more defense.
Ready when you are.
In theory, you
I got
should be able to
this.
take some more hits now.
Let's take them out.
least I could do.
The answer is yes, you can take more hits, but fucking hell.
Aye, aye.
Put you over here.
I got this.
Ready when you are. Let's take them out.
I'm grateful.
There's a straggler for Anna to pick off.
This
Here goes. Thanks. Thanks for the business.
There's a level for you.
That wasn't my best.
It really wasn't.
Let us away. I am spent.
ready anytime. Stay focused. You fought well.
Ready.
My turn.
Ooh, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good.
Thank you.
I'm a bit uneasy. Thank you. Ready anytime.
Oh, my apologies. I know that.
Sorry, don't know my own strength.
Yeah, I won. I'll do my best.
What do you have anyway?
You're finished. I did what I had to.
Appreciate that.
Who's next?
I could also give you a better weapon than a iron sword.
Thank you.
Much obliged.
It's a... Guess I'm pretty strong.
Taking it pretty hard.
It's over. Should I have held back?
I need to be that good. Ready.
Defenseless, are
Unnecessary crits are awesome.
Seems I prevailed.
Look at you!
Thank you.
You're getting up there. Shake it off.
Well done.
Try harder.
Stab.
Each battle a chance to grow. Practice you.
What?
See ya. All in a day.
Plenty more where that came from.
That helps.
Hey!
I've still got it. Getting
Something to prove. So yeah, this episode's not going to be much. There'll be some supports here in a minute. I did that mostly just to grind levels. Grind some supports. I want everyone to be usable in a sense.
Professor.
Sure, but I want you to keep on that. You're gonna be a warlock, honey, don't worry, but you need to focus on the authority, because authority is basically overpowered.
We did well. I think it's coming along. Huh. I'm getting the hang of it.
Well, that worked out.
Haha, I'm starting to get... Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Now, you can do this one an infinite number of times. These, not so much. These, yes. But I'm gonna go to a seminar. To get some levels, to get some, not necessarily levels, but what you call it, this.
It's all becoming clear.
Professor.
Sure, that's good.
Here's the...
I see. It's
starting to make sense.
I'm really getting the hang of this.
And here's where we're going to go ahead and explore. Because that way we can see the... supports I have built up. Byleth and who? Mercedes. She's available for an S support if I want to go through that path again. Catherine wants to speak with me. Where is she? No telling.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you. Well, it would be ridiculous.
Lawrence and Leonie, but that'll take time. Sylvain, sure.
To find the analog of your beauty in nature, I can turn only to the lily. Only that flower is so sweet and so delicate as to approach your
What, two
loveliness.
skirt chasers are gonna
I
fight
just look
over
at
a
these
girl?
Soft, delicate fingertips you have. It is as though they could blossom into fragrant lilies before my very eyes.
If you're so wild about flowers, why don't you try a flower shop?
Oh, wow. That was... I'm sorry I saw that, but I am so glad I saw that.
Oh, did you not realize? I was only testing her. Any woman who is taken in by such simple flattery is ill-suited to my noble disposition.
Oh, okay, I'm glad you explained it, because I thought you just got rejected. Just flat out, no way to make yourself feel better about it, rejected. And the reason, your nobleness, is because that is really not the way you go about hitting on a girl.
Oh, is it not? And I suppose you consider yourself an expert on the subject.
Pay attention, kid. Maybe you'll learn something. When I saw you, I just had to come over and say hello. Because finding you here feels like fate. Maybe we could go get some tea. Get to know each other better.
I think you must have mistaken me for someone else. Someone who cares. Please excuse me.
Exquisite. Simply masterful. When is the wedding?
That's weird. Girls usually fall for that speech. You must have spooked her.
To think that the noble House Gautier would be blessed with such a graceful and charming heir.
Please. I'm a much better heir than a self-important failure like you.
Ooh.
This is not worth my time.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Ouch! I take it Sylvain and Lawrence do not like each other. Well, I'd say Sylvain is a good judge character. Even if he is a skirt-chasing Casanova. Okay, Ignaz and Raphael.
Yes! Time for food! Hey, Ignaz! Is this seat taken?
Oh, hey, Raphael. I'm done eating, so you can sit here if you like.
Really? But there's still food on your plate.
It's fine. I'm not that hungry. Anyway, I guess I'll be heading off.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ignaz! Want to train with me?
Oh my, that equipment's looking rusty. Let me fetch some oil.
What's the matter? It always looks like that. Come on, we'll take care of it later.
Nope, you have to do it as soon as you
Because
notice.
you live in the north?
There's oil in the warehouse. I'll be right back.
Hey, Ignaz!
Hello, Raphael.
Are you busy? I need to talk to you.
No, that's... Oh, almost forgot. It's time to return this book to the library. I'll just...
Hey, hold up. Are you seriously gonna keep running away from me?
What? No, I'm not running.
Yes, you are. Every time I try to talk to you, you make up some excuse and run. What's going on? You were a lot friendlier to me when we were kids. You were always so excited to show me all the neat stuff you had whenever I came to visit. We'd play hide and seek with my little sis, draw pictures, and do other fun stuff too. Remember all that?
Things can't be the way they were. It's regrettable, but it's the truth.
Regrettable? What's there to regret?
I mean, you know, what happened to your parents. My parents are the reason your parents died.
You're still upset about that? Look, it's like I told you. My parents' death was an accident.
No, but see,
Oh, I see. But we're done talking about this. You gotta stop beating yourself up over it. It was an accident.
He's just putting on a brave face. No one is that forgiving.
Ignaz blames himself for Raphael's parents dying. Ignaz and Cyril. Okay.
Ignaz? Why are you following me?
Oh, can I help you with something? You must be struggling by yourself, Cyril.
This is my job. I do it myself.
Well, we could do it so much faster working
There's
together.
no shame in asking for
You
help,
don't
Cyril.
have to.
I don't mind. Plus, if we finish early, you can go and do whatever you like.
You want to know what I want to do?
Sure, tell me.
I'd like to do my assigned work without you pestering me.
Oh,
Kid,
okay.
lay off.
Why are you always so concerned about what I'm doing anyway, Ignaz? It's kind of weird, you know?
Wow. It hurts when you put it like that. I've been meaning to ask you about Elmira. You always look so busy, but I thought you might talk to me if I helped with your work.
There's nothing about Elmira worth talking about.
Yeah, he has some
find it all
harsh
so
feelings
fascinating.
towards Elmira.
Please, tell me about the people, the buildings, the flowers. Ooh, any scenery you liked looking at.
Nope, never took much time to look at anything. Why do I gotta talk about stuff I don't want to talk about just because you're bored, Ignatz?
Even though you endured hardships, there must have been some things you enjoyed.
You don't get it. Look, I'm gonna go. Should have done it already.
Okay, sorry to bother you. Let me know if I can help. Oh, and I hope we can talk some other time.
But there's nothing to talk about. Jeez, what a weirdo.
He has no real... He doesn't have much memory of Elmira, it seems. Marianne and Leonie. We'll get to see how this ends out.
Oh, hey, Marianne.
Leonie?
I thought greenhouse duty was mine today. What are you doing here?
Oh,
I'm sorry. You've been avoiding me ever since I lost my temper, haven't you? You're probably scared of me now. In the moment, I was hurt. I'm sure you had good reasons to act the way you did. If you want me to leave you alone, I will. I promise. You've got nothing to fear from me.
Leonie,
I've watered all the plants, so I'm done here. I'll get out of your way.
Wait!
Huh? Hey, what is it?
It's, I don't mean to bother you. I'm sorry for keeping you here.
No, not at all. Thanks for keeping me. Honestly, I've been worried about you. If you ever want to talk about anything, just say so. I'll make time.
I've been avoiding people for most of my life, so I'm not the best at speaking.
I know it's hard. You've been through a lot. But it's worth the extra effort to talk to your friends.
I make everyone uncomfortable. I just don't know how to carry on a conversation.
Hey, we're having one right now. And I'm telling you, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm actually really happy. So don't worry about me. And it's okay to be quiet sometimes, but try to find a middle ground at least. Otherwise, you'll never get any better.
Oh,
As far as what to talk about, anything's good. Hobbies, things you like, a dream you had last night. Really, anything.
okay then. I like this flower. I think it's nice.
I think so too. Did you know that where I come from, those have a completely different color?
Oh, really? I'd like to see that.
Great. Come visit my village someday. In fact, we should invite all of our friends. It'll be fun.
Oh, my
Oh, yes.
shoulder hurts.
That would be very exciting.
Think I slept on it freaking wrong. Ah, it'll flop. That was nice. Leonie and Claude and Lawrence, which we'll open up more later.
A little closer.
Hey, Leonie. What are you up to?
Oh, come on. What'd you do that for? Look, you ran my quarry off.
You were hunting? Is the dining hall that short on food supplies?
No, but I like to hunt every now and again. Keep my skills sharp.
I suppose so. You're from a family of hunters, right? Well, there's no shortage of prey to hunt around here.
True. Not many hunters around the monastery, huh? Rivers full of fish, trees bursting with fruit, mushrooms ready to harvest all over. It's the kind of place where you can really be self-sufficient. Guess we can thank the goddess for that.
I don't know. I'm more inclined to thank the bountiful earth than the goddess for such things. The goddess may offer spiritual guidance, but she doesn't fill our bellies, that's for sure.
Not a very noble-sounding thing, to disregard the goddess and honor the land.
Leonie, whose grace do you suppose humans live by? The goddess? The nobility? I'd say it's neither. It's the endless bounty of this magnificent land that gives us life.
Won't hear me deny it. But who's to say it isn't the goddess whose protection makes nature thrive? I'm not the most
Interesting
devout
point.
person, but I'm not about to go around saying we don't need the goddess at all.
I said she gives spiritual support, didn't I? I wouldn't go so far as to say she's wholly unnecessary. But in Elmira, Dagda, Bridget, and plenty of other places, They don't believe in the goddess. Nature is a blessing that knows nothing of borders. The goddess is the goddess, and the earth is the earth. They should both be revered for what they are. Look, this is just my personal opinion. If you truly believe that everything depends on the goddess of Saros, that's your...
Hey, it's fine. You don't have to worry about me. I'm a
He's
believer,
given her new
but I know there are those
perspective.
who aren't. And I kind of like your way of thinking. Giving thanks to nature and all. It makes sense.
I knew a wild girl like you would be able to get behind an idea like that.
What? Like I'm feral or something?
Hey, you know, this kind of talk could be viewed as heresy if it was public.
Yeah, probably. We'll just have to keep it to ourselves.
Yeah, the church around here ain't too fond of other views. And Felix, I think we've seen this one too.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
I think we've seen all of them with Felix and Leone. Catherine, that's interesting.
That's enough. You're done for today.
Right. Thanks.
Are you feeling pain anywhere, Leone?
No. Sorry, I'm alright.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I can't hold my own against you. And on top of that, you have to worry about hurting me. I feel like I've let you down.
Do you know what I meant when I said, you're done for today?
Probably that I was about to keel over.
No, it wasn't about your physical strength. I could tell that you didn't have the will to keep fighting.
I've got plenty of will.
No matter what I do, I can't win. Isn't that what you were thinking? If you think you can't win, you won't. Perhaps you already knew that.
Good point.
But never assume that you'll win. That is, don't underestimate your foe. At all times, you have to keep a clear head to make split-second decisions. In battle, mistakes are deadly.
But I don't have a crest or a relic. How could I ever hope to beat you?
If you put it like that, I'll fight barehanded, and I won't use my crest. Think you can win? Do your worst. Oh dear, I might have overdone it there. But I believe in her. I would be doing her a disservice if I pulled any punches. It's Leone after all. She'll be back on her feet and charging at me before I know it.
That was actually a nice conversation. Felix and Lysithea, we get to see more of this. Hey!
Ah, yes! These are the moments I live for!
You like sweets.
I don't understand you.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Trust me, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So how did you like the cake? I bet you ate it, didn't you? I knew it was irresistible. What was the experience like? I'm curious, from a research perspective.
I don't know, I didn't eat it. I gave it to some kid.
You gave it to some undeserving child?
We've been over this. I don't like sweets.
Cake is not a sweet. Cake is the divine essence of the heavens.
It is a sweet. And I have a sweet tooth myself, but I'm not big on things that are too sweet. There was a slight stutter, I need to check latency.
Everyone has their own tastes.
Latency's not too high, okay.
That's true, but life without cake is no life at all.
You're
Your
adorable.
dismissiveness regarding cake is inexcusable.
I'm not sure why you're so fixated on this.
I simply can't resist the spongy magnificence of cakes. I don't understand how you can be so dispassionate about it.
I love how you use all
Just
these
don't
big
like it.
words.
Just try a bite. Come on, open up.
I'm thinking of Squidward
No,
and
I already
SpongeBob in the
told you I
Krabby
don't
Patty
want it.
episode.
But I made this
What?
one.
I'll blow up?
Care
No! It'll
and
go straight to your
attention.
thighs.
Love even.
And then you'll blow up.
And I went light on the sugar just for you.
Not light enough, I'd bet. If I eat this, will you stop bothering me?
less.
She made it specially for
Just
him.
don't give it to some silly child this time.
That's actually very sweet.
Let's get this over with.
That was nice. I'm gonna guess that's Felix and... not Sylvain. Felix and who? Flame. We've seen this one too. He's training. She wants to throw wood for him to cut. Sylvain and Ingrid. I don't know if we've seen B or not.
That's a heavy sigh. Again.
I know we've seen the first one. I don't remember this one.
That's the sigh of exhaustion after spending the past month apologizing for your behavior to, well, everyone.
Apologizing? I've been pretty darn restrained lately.
If by restrained you mean falling all over yourself to garner the attention of every passing female, then yes, you've been quite restrained. Mark my words, the more you hurt people, the more weighty the repercussions will be. Your actions will come around to bite you.
Ha! If I get bitten, that's all just part of the game. Heck, I had one girl's brother come after me with a pitchfork.
If you end up getting maimed or killed by a pitchfork, don't expect me at your funeral. Glenn used to make light of getting hurt too. Then one day, he got more than hurt. Now he's gone.
I'm sorry. I was being... You're right. I know what it did to you when he died. It hurt to see you hurt, and not be able to do anything. When you wouldn't even come out of your room to take care of your horse.
Nothing affected me the way his passing affected me.
Well, I'm happy that you're better. Seeing you out and about helped me relax enough to be able to flirt with girls again.
Your predictability is utterly disappointing. When I finally stopped mourning, you know what brought me back? My concern for you.
Me?
You know you can't get along without me following in your shadow and caring for you. You flirt with anything that has a pulse, offend people left and right, and constantly cause commotions.
Huh. The truth really does hurt.
Please, Sylvain, consider your actions before you carry them out. And stop acting so nonchalant about getting hurt or killed. Promise me that.
Okay. I promise.
That was nice. Claude and Hilda.
What are you writing there, Hilda? Wait, let me guess. You're replying to one of your brother's letters, right?
Of course. It's a pain, but I make sure to always send him a response. Otherwise, he'll worry. It's much easier than when we lived together. A few letters here and there are a small price to pay for this peaceful, brother-free environment.
Well, that's a fine thing to do regardless of your reasons. As for me, it's been far too long since I've written to my parents.
Oh, I thought your father had died.
Not quite. He's still alive and kicking, as far as I know. The late Duke who died in an accident was my uncle.
I see. I do recall you mentioning that your mother was born into the Regan family. What's your father like, if you don't mind me asking?
He's quite the extravagant character. When I was a kid, he used to tie me to a horse and drag me around.
Excuse me?
In all fairness, I was quite a little brat. The horse thing sounds worse than it is. There's sort of a trick to it.
A trick I hope I never need to learn. Your mother didn't step in and make him stop?
Gods no, she'd just laugh right along with him. If my father is extravagant, my mother's more like a warrior goddess, or maybe a demon queen.
Yeah, I like how it's like, oh no, I deserved it.
My combat instructor and wound up in a full-on fist fight with the guy. What's more, she won. My instructor was a mighty warrior, undefeated in 100 battles, but even he was no match for her.
Huh? But your mother is a lady of nobility.
True, but she was the kind of woman to elope with the man she loved and throw it all away. Not your average duchess at all.
Ooh, they eloped! I like that. It's so romantic. Imagine abandoning your family forever to be with the one you love. Not everyone can do that.
It's not a question of can, it's a question of will. Even someone like you who generally despises effort would pull out all the stops for something you really care about. Isn't that right?
Excuse me? I put in plenty of effort.
Hey, that was a compliment. Anyhow, I look forward to the day when something inspires you to try your absolute hardest. It will be something to behold.
You're quite good at splitting skulls clean open with an axe, I'll give you that, Hilda. Claude and... who was it? Flame. That's interesting.
As expected, I am not finding anything at all.
Flame, are you looking for something in particular?
Oh, I was just hoping for general reading that might illustrate the lives of city dwellers.
Right. Well, there should be regional records somewhere around here.
I haven't need of official records or anything of the like. Just some light reading on the subject.
Light reading? What do you mean by that?
Oh, you know, books that cover things like what types of activities young people enjoy, how they spend their free time, popular fashions and trends, things of that sort. And even, perhaps, stories about romance.
Ah, I see what you're getting at. Try asking a traveling merchant. I hear they keep stock of books like that. As for here, I don't think you're gonna find much aside from a bunch of stuffy records. We do get new books donated on a fairly regular basis, but then Sedith, well, you know.
My brother? I am afraid I do not follow.
Apparently, he directly approves every book before it's allowed to grace these shelves. You know, to make sure nothing inappropriate gets through.
I see. I did not realize he had a hand in such things. Well, I suppose it really is no use searching here.
Why were you looking for those sorts of books anyway?
Well, truth be told, I am not particularly well versed in the ways of ordinary people. Sedith never taught me of such things, and he strictly forbade me from spending much time out and about on my own.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the case. Sounds like Sedith.
I understand and appreciate that he acted from a place of concern, of course.
Without a doubt. It's obvious that you're his whole world, for better or worse. By the way, I've been wondering, are you two from a noble family? You've clearly had a rather high-class upbringing, and both of you have crests. That can only mean you come from a prominent bloodline, right?
Of course not. No, you are mistaken.
So, your refined way of speaking isn't because of your upbringing?
I was not aware that my speech differed so greatly from my companions. Do I really sound so formal to you?
Well, look, don't worry too much about it. I'm probably just overthinking things. Probably.
Yeah, your support conversations clue you into who they are. You've probably figured it out already. Raphael and Flame, this ought to be amusing.
Yet another lovely day. On such a fine day as this, it would certainly be nice to go for a stroll with someone. I wonder if anyone is around. Oh my, such awful noises. Who, or rather, what is making those sounds?
Huh? Oh, hello,
a big,
Flame.
lovable doofus. How did a brick wall sneak up on you, Flame?
I feel a bit better now.
Oh, you scared me. You nearly knocked me over with that scream.
Well, you startled me. Appearing out of nowhere and making such sounds? What is it you are doing here?
Out of nowhere? He's a brick wall. How did you miss him?
I'm just out here using logs to train.
Wow. Are you really capable of lifting something so massive, Raphael?
Of course. Want to see?
Okay, that's adorable.
See? Told you I could do it.
That was magnificent. Do you suppose I could give it a try as well?
It might be a bit too much for your tiny arms.
Tiny or no, I want to be stronger. Do you have any tips for someone both willing and eager to grow?
It's probably best to start by practicing your battle cry. If you let out a good shout, you'll feel even more powerful.
You are a font of knowledge.
This is adorable.
And show me by example.
No problem. Just follow my lead.
I really like Flame, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I love this girl. Raphael, you'd better protect her.
How did I fare? Do I look stronger now? It's working! I knew this would help!
She is a treasure. Lysithia, and who do we have? Catherine. That's interesting.
It was so sunny this morning, but now it's absolutely pouring.
Did you hear the thunder just now? Good thing we got all the clothes indoors before the skies opened up. I apologize for troubling you with this task.
Don't worry about it. I was just passing by and thought I could help. I know how frustrating it is to have your newly dried clothes soaked by rain.
Oh.
What's wrong? We managed to keep all of the clothes dry, didn't we?
It's just odd. Every time it's my turn to wash the clothing, there's a sudden downpour. Surely it must just be an inconvenient coincidence. But I can't help feeling as though I'm somehow to blame for it.
Ah, I see. That probably is your fault.
Wow. You're even harsher than I am.
You have a crest of Karen, don't you?
I do, yes, but... Hold on a moment. How did you know that?
I can just tell. I have a crest of Karen too. And I've noticed that, whenever I need dry weather, there's rain. Don't you think it's our crests making the rain fall upon us?
How have I never connected this? This is quite a revelation. A crest affecting the weather.
Well, I don't know how true it is. There are only the two of us, which is a pretty small sample of people.
I suppose that's true. So, we must test our hypothesis. Maybe we can find someone who tends to bring the sunshine around. That would be especially handy for helping out with the wash.
Now there's an idea.
That was a nice conversation. I don't get the criticism to Catherine. There's more to her than just her devotion to the church. Hilda and Cyril.
Hey, Cyril. What are you up to? Working?
You're in the way, Hilda. Move.
How rude.
How callous
Not
of
in
you,
the
Cyril.
Are you just here to goof off?
No, I'm here to feed the horses, actually.
Then feed them.
Uh-huh. Where's the fodder then?
I wasn't sure where to find it. Can you help with that?
I'll take care of it. I'm cleaning the place anyways.
Oh, thanks. It's great to have you on the job. I know you'll handle it perfectly.
You little shrew.
I don't like it when I feel like I'm not doing my part.
You're always so focused on the task at hand. Sometimes I almost forget you're Almiran. I always thought they were a rough and unreliable sort of people. Though, you're not really like the rest of them. You seem
wow!
Rough and unreliable, huh?
My family has to fight against Almiran sometimes. Not that my father or brother ever clued me in on what the battles were like. But I do know that armies from Almira will attack without reason and break treaties and tell lies. Everyone says they're a bunch of brutes.
Yeah?
Oh,
huh.
Well, from what you told us, Cyril, that's not completely wrong. It's not in your own paralogue.
Am I boring you? I'm talking about your people.
In an
Those aren't
insensitive
my
manner.
people. I was just born there.
Okay, let's turn the tables. How do the people of Fodlan seem to you, from an Almiran perspective?
Huh.
That look on your face. Are you okay?
I can't tell you what I think of folks from Fodlan. I don't really got an impression of them altogether.
What's that supposed to mean?
Means there's all sorts of people.
There's all sorts of different people everywhere. You can't say everybody of one place is any one thing. It's
Well
no
said.
different when you're talking about Fodlan or Almira or any place else. And wherever you go, you see people in power keep the weak ones down.
Oof.
The only difference, far as I'm concerned, is one place has Lady Rhea, and the other don't.
Down with the nobility. Catherine. Ooh, Ingrid and Catherine. We've already seen the first one with Ingrid.
Hi there, Ash.
I don't know if we've seen all of them with Ingrid or not.
Hello, Catherine. I thought I might find you here.
I'm going to end the episode after the support conversations and just do the whole run around shit all together on my own time.
This is quite an old letter. Where'd you find it?
It was found in the bishop's room during the inquiry of the Western Church.
I see. It's one of the documents you collected.
This letter mentions my brother, Christoph Gaspar, by name. He was executed by the church for allegedly taking part in the tragedy of Dusker. I know you were the one who turned him over. But this letter isn't about that. It's about a plot to assassinate Lady Rhea. If my brother's name is in here, that means this plot predates the tragedy. So there was another plot against Lady Rhea in the past, and my brother was somehow involved.
Ah.
I can tell by your face that you know something. Tell me, Catherine. Please, I deserve to know.
Christoph was a good man. Maybe too good. It wasn't in his nature to mistrust people. So when the Western Church told him that Lady Rhea had to die for the goddess's sake, or the world's, he went along with it.
Just how well did you know my brother?
Christoph and I were friends. We were in the Blue Lion House together at the academy.
If you were friends, why did you hand him over to be executed? There must have been another way.
No. If there was another option, I'd have chosen it. But he was foolish. He went along with the plan to assassinate Lady Rhea. I wasn't motivated by a personal grudge. I had no choice but to turn him in. That much is true.
I can't believe that my brother would try to assassinate Lady Rhea. But if he did, that means the church was lying about his involvement in the tragedy of Dusker, doesn't it?
Oh!
Lying is a strong word. The world was in chaos, and the church did what it had to. If people had known about the threat to Lady Rhea's life, the panic would only have worsened.
You don't know that.
So you're saying everything in this letter is true?
You can choose what to believe. All I know is I let him die, and that's something I can never change. Now, if you'll excuse me.
She
Catherine,
regrets
wait.
that decision.
Please.
I'm thinking Catherine and Christoph were lovers. But I can't know more until I get more information on that. Oh! There's still more. Manuela and Hanneman. Yeah, I'm going for that ship, by the way. Hungover again, my C?
Isn't it a bit rude to sigh at someone the moment you see them enter the room?
Hanneman, isn't it a bit rude to tell others how to behave? Besides, I could be sighing about any number of things more interesting than you.
Goodness, you're unusually irritable today. Don't you imagine your attitude a bit excessive? You snap at every little thing, your ill mood on display for one and all. It saddens me to see such behavior from one who should be setting a good example for the younger generation.
Well, listen to the noble lecturing a lowly commoner to be on her best behavior. Oh, wait, I meant to say the former noble.
Yeah, we got a taste of that with Edelgard's conversation with him.
To the topic at hand. I was merely trying to say that as a fellow adult...
You're not done lecturing yet? Leave me alone and go pester someone else. Maybe leave everyone alone and go focus on your precious crest research.
I don't know what to say to you, Manuela. I was only speaking out of honest concern.
Oh, was that a sigh I heard? Isn't it a bit rude to sigh at someone just because?
Don't be so childish. You are so sensitive to ill will from others, yet you let your own emotions run wild. Why is it that you cannot keep a handle on yourself?
Keep a handle on? Well, I've never. What makes you think you're so much better? Just because you keep your emotions bottled up behind your stupid, stony face, well, it doesn't mean everyone else has to do the same. Stop telling everyone how to behave, Hanneman. It will make you and the rest of us much happier.
I will not stand for this insolence. It is high time someone taught you.
Go on. If you think you can change me, I'd like to see you try. Ha! Thought so. You wouldn't dare.
Absolutely insufferable.
Oh, lordy. I'm not seeing Catherine anywhere I can talk to her. Whatever. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you all for watching. Join me next time as we probably start with a support conversation with Catherine. But until then, I am the Dark Seraph, signing off. I'm going to do some run around and off-screen shenaniganery.